This is Billionaire Mondays. Every Monday, we present you with another billionaire. Today, we're looking at 15 things you didn't know about Jack Ma. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello, Aluxers, and welcome back to another inspiring video created by our team here at Alux.com. He's one of the most famous people in China and the owner of a retail empire. Well known all over the world because of the business he started from scratch, Alibaba. He is considered by Forbes to be the crown jewel of the Chinese business industry. Yes, today we're talking about Jack Ma. Jack Ma was born on the 15th of October 1964 in Hangzhou, China, but his real name is actually Ma Yun. He took the first name Jack after corresponding with a pen pal that had a hard time pronouncing his real Chinese name. He learned English at a young age and even took this subject into college. He went to Hangzhou Normal University, where he graduated in 1988, and later attended the Beijing-based Cheung Kong Graduate School of Business, where he graduated in 2006. He founded the Alibaba Group in 1999, which, if you didn't know by now, is a Chinese multinational e-commerce, retail, internet, AI, and technology conglomerate that has over 50,000 employees and more than $6 billion net worth. Today, the group has millions of customers and ships all over the world a wide range of products. Besides taking care of his empire, the billionaire is invited to conferences and summits all over the world where he shares his story and gives business advice. For today, we gathered for you all the hidden secrets and drama that followed Jack Ma and his business so far. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. So stick with us until the end to find out the 15 things you didn't know about Jack Ma. Number 1. The name Alibaba comes from the Arabic language. A big part of any new product is the naming process. A good name will help it relate to customers, penetrate the market, and have its own place in the industry. During one of his first visits in San Francisco, Jack Ma came up with the name Alibaba for his upcoming business and asked a few people what they thought about it. Of course, most people know that it comes from the Arabian literature 1001 Nights, and since the main character Alibaba was a kind man who helped people in his village, he thought it was the perfect name, widely known and easy to spell, to give his business. The character also had the same objectives as Jack Ma's business, to help and to connect people. Happy ending for this fairy tale, it seems. Number 2. Alibaba acquired Yahoo China in 2005. Yahoo China was launched on September 24th in 1999. The emailing platform intended to address the Chinese market and hoped for the same success it had in other countries. In 2005, the Alibaba Group formed a partnership with Yahoo and managed to acquire the Chinese division with the domain, browser, and news. Later on, in 2013, as a part of an agreement to buy back the Yahoo Mail stake, Yahoo stopped the technological support for China Yahoo Mail service, which turned out as a bad deal for Jack Ma and his business. Yahoo China officially closed that same year, and now users who still have the Yahoo email accounts are being mediated through other mailing platforms. Yahoo Mail in China had over 1 million accounts at the time, officially. Number 3. Jack Ma starred in a kung fu movie with Jet Li. Everybody knows or has seen Jack Ma on the stage in interviews knows he's a charismatic figure and likes to perform for his audience. He also happens to love martial arts and movies, and his lifelong passion came to life under the set of a kung fu movie in 2017. In the film, Jack Ma portrays a kung fu fighter and pairs with the famous actor and this movie's producer, Jet Li. The movie was launched in 2017 during the Double 11 Shopping Carnival, and it's called Gong Shu Dao, translated as Gongs After Dao. Since the billionaire enjoys the spotlight so much, in 2017 he didn't only perform in a movie, but he also sang at a festival and danced for the annual Alibaba anniversary. We must say, at 53, he's still young at heart. Number 4. Jack Ma applied to 30 jobs and got rejected for all of them. Nobody would have guessed that Jack Ma would ever become as popular and as rich as he has. He had potential and skills when he was young, but also a long list of failures. He got rejected for Harvard 10 times and didn't get into Hangzhou College on his first attempt. When it was time for him to get a job, he faced again some more failures, as he applied to 30 jobs and got rejected for all of them. The story he always enjoys to share in the interviews is how he even got rejected by KFC, being the only one out of 24 candidates to not get hired. Fortunately for him, that didn't bend his confidence, and it helped him to rise up and do better. His past has helped him to tell a story of success, and he keeps saying that if he could make it, anyone could make it. He often says that if you're not rich by 30, it's your fault. Number 5. His net worth is $46.5 billion. Like most businessmen, Jack Ma is a self-made billionaire who started from nothing and now wants to give back to others. His knowledge, his money, and support are often requested from a lot of people all over the world. Running Alibaba Group, Jack Ma managed to gather a fortune of more than $46.5 billion. Now, Alibaba is the biggest e-commerce company in China and one of the biggest in the world. They also operate online shopping websites like AliExpress, Taobao, and Tmall. His fortune is the equivalent of 2.99% of existing home sales in the USA, and it can buy him 34.9 million troy ounces of gold. His fortune makes him the 20th richest man on the earth, and the second one in China, which is impressive given all the failures and bumps he encountered along the way. Number 6. His business is full of scammers and fake products. Alibaba is often viewed by people as a business that provides the perfect place for scammers and fake products. Everyone knows that China makes dupes out of every hyped and famous product. Since a lot of factories are based there, they can steal the patent and make the product at a fraction of the price. In 2016, the U.S. Office of the Trade Representative added Taobao, a website owned by Alibaba, back onto a list of notorious counterfeit platforms that also included the famous piracy site, the Pirate Bay. AliExpress is also a website a part of the group, which many people use to sell fake products or scam buyers. Several hundred lawsuits and class actions have been filed in the US only for AliExpress. So, a little advice for you future billionaires is to maybe leave shopping for Paris or Milan. Number 7. He claimed that fake products are better than the original ones. There are a lot of nice things people want but can't afford. This problem was fixed by the companies that felt the need to market for products that are similar to high-end ones but significantly cheaper. The same goes with dupes. If someone comes out with a breakthrough technology, the competition will copy that same product. China is the biggest fake product manufacturer in the world, and they are not afraid of copyright issues or branding. Apple, Gucci, and Nike, they've all suffered from fake products made in China. In an interview, Jack Ma, who owns a lot of websites that sell fake products, stated that some fakes are actually better than the original ones for the price they offer. After the statement, all the media went crazy and accused him for supporting counterfeits and promoting fraud. He later claimed that he did not mean to say that and that he was misquoted. Well, we're pretty sure his fortune buys him all of the original products he wants anyway. Number 8. Alibaba invests in AI technology, but its owner thinks it's bad for humans. We all know by now that AI technology and robots are the future. They'll replace a lot of the jobs people struggle with, making them faster and better. Sounds idyllic, but all the tests show that it's possible. Alibaba, like Facebook and other companies, are investing their money into AI in order to make customer service and shipping faster and better. Alibaba's AI, called Squad, outperforms humans and has great perspective for the future. What is more interesting is that the founder of the company, Jack Ma, stated that a lot of times that AI and robots are actually a threat for humans because they'll take away jobs. Instead, he would rather see robots enable people at jobs, not disable them. I guess we'll see what his robots do for the group's employees. Number 9. He wants to donate money to environmental causes. Alibaba is a business that doesn't pollute that much, but the products that are being sold on its websites do, and quite a lot. Since our planet is faced with a lot of environmental issues and crises, more and more people try to donate money and help NGOs to save the oceans, the forests, and make life on Earth more desirable and more livable. Rich people often invest their money into health and humanitarian causes, and Jack Ma is no exception to this rule. He announced in 2010 that Alibaba Group will donate 0.3% of annual revenues to environmental protection programs, particularly on water and air quality. It's good to see that people with money and influence are setting the example for all of us and investing in making this world a better place. Number 10. He bought a house in Hong Kong for $191 million. You heard that right. $191 million. When you have as much money as Jack Ma does, buying expensive things like cars and properties is not a problem. Money needs to be invested, and luxury mansions or stock markets are usually what billionaires go for when choosing the path for their money. Jack Ma is supposedly the owner of $1 million house in Hong Kong's richest neighborhood called The Pick. This area overlooks Hong Kong and is home to bankers, expatriates, business magnates, celebrities, millionaires, and billionaires. Sources say that he bought the $191 million home in 2015, and as you'd imagine, the house is gorgeous, probably very techy, and the area it's built in is a major tourist destination. Number 11. He was inspired by the American business models. Jack Ma was always a big fan of American businesses like Yahoo or eBay. He wanted to build a business at a large scale following their frame, and he definitely succeeded. In 2000, trying to find his way to the top, the billionaire decided to move his main operation offices to Silicon Valley, where all the big guys he admired were based. Unfortunately for him, this was not a great choice since they couldn't find people to work there, so he had to come back to China. Jack Ma is a very open-minded person and has admitted multiple times his failures and mistakes business-wise. With Alibaba, they wanted to connect the buyer with the customer via the internet, and at that time, not a lot of people knew how to help them make that process happen. But he didn't back off either way, which is why we're talking about him today. Number 12. He plans to go back to school and teach. Jack Ma was Alibaba's group chief executive officer for the company's first 10 years in the business. He stepped down as CEO on May 10, 2013, becoming an executive chairman, and Jonathan Liu took over. Nowadays, Jack Ma is often invited to conferences and events where he speaks very fondly about business and motivation. He's 53 years old, has a wife, 2 children, and enough money to retire. But he doesn't plan to do so very soon. Jack Ma actually wants to go back and teach business to young people. He used to be an English professor and has a lot of knowledge about business, so it should be easy to find him a spot in the education world. Number 13. He made a deal with Donald Trump to make 1 million jobs for Americans by 2021. In 2017, President Donald Trump met with Alibaba's founder Jack Ma and discussed business and treaties. Jack Ma wants to enter more into the US market, and President Trump wants more jobs for his citizens. What to do? Jack Ma plans to use the internet to make small businesses thrive so they can hire more people. With this plan in mind, he says he'll be able to create up to 1 million new jobs for Americans by 2021. He also plans to use Alibaba's marketplace as a mediator, since by now it's provided over 30 million jobs in China. Sounds big and doable, but let's see where it goes. Fingers crossed, Jack. I think you're gonna need it. Number 14. He stated that he doesn't have time to spend his money. They say that the hardest part is to make your first million. There are over 1,500 billionaires worldwide, with over 500 of them in the USA. If the trend continues, China will surpass America very soon. A common problem for these people is actually spending their money. Often, billionaires inherited their fortunes from parents, like Donald Trump did. But spending billions of dollars is quite hard. You buy a house or two, some fancy cars, an island, a private jet, and you're still left with billions. Jack Ma said that having so much money is sometimes a burden. He says he doesn't get to spend and enjoy it like he used to. In fact, he was happier when he was making $12 a month. Well, apparently, money won't bring you all the happiness you can hope for. Number 15. Alibaba's initial public offering in September 2014 was the biggest in the world. Going public is a big deal for all companies. You have to be clean, transparent with everything, and be ready to ride the stock wave. Alibaba Group decided to go public in 2014, and like everything they did, they went big. Alibaba began trading on Friday on the New York Stock Exchange, with shares opening up at more than 35% above the $68 initial price at the time. On Monday, shares had fallen below the $90 mark, down more than 4% in the same day. But what they did was amazing. Alibaba broke the record for the largest US-listed IPO or initial price offering, and they also hold the record for the biggest IPO breaking in the world. If you can't beat them, join them. Well, this journey took us from the beginning of e-commerce to a billionaire's very first world problems. We have to admit that Jack Ma is quite a charismatic person and a smart businessman. So, let us know in the comments, what do you think made Jack Ma continue his journey even after so many failures? And since you stayed with us all the way to the end, here's your special bonus fact. Number 16. During his first trip to the USA, he was kidnapped. During the first trip he made to the States in 1994, which was his first time in the US at all, Jack Ma was also assigned to go to California to collect debt from an American businessman on behalf of a friend. He had other intentions with the trip, but kindly accepted the request. The businessman he had to collect the money from ended up locking him up in his home in California and threatened him with a handgun. After a few days of keeping him hostage, the man brought Jack Ma to Las Vegas with him when he was due to meet a group of Chinese businessmen, where he managed to escape. He couldn't get the money for his friend, but he ended up playing the slot machines and made $600 to buy a plane ticket to Seattle. Quite the adventure and business lesson for his first US visit. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.